Collection continues to grow. The walls are now exposed. You can see how they built this house. And the old bricks. You think this is probably where the kitchen was. You can see these are the original colors. They do look like sort of colors Julia Child would have used, so we're not surprised. We also found the same colors on the ceiling.
Alright, so here we are. All this brick here on this wall is obviously part of the original house. It is unfortunately not in the greatest of shape, but for historical purposes, we'd like to keep it so the next person to come dig in here can find it. Obviously, you can tell that this is part of the old house by, you know, how the studs are, obviously, and then they got the rack stud in here. You only find this typical type of situation in older, late 1800s, early 1900s houses. You typically don't see any of this type of wood or the way they racked these walls back then. So obviously this was all part of the original house. This here, unfortunately, is definitely not part of the old house, and it is in very bad shape. We are going to tear this wall down, thank God, and push this over, so that's not going to be a concern.
Continuing examples of the old structure.
Okay, we're now at the end of the third week on this project, and Joe and his crew have taken out most of the weight and some of the structural pieces in this house. And we've discovered a lot. I mean, essentially we now do have to replace the siding to shore up the house, and the roof needs to come off, and most of the windows are so skewed they're not reusable or salvageable, which is unfortunate. We're now going to go back to the Georgetown board, the ANC board, and probably the Commission of Fine Arts to get permission to remove the roof. The siding we can do, and we might start that earlier depending upon when permissions come for the roof. If that doesn't happen, then, or it doesn't happen by the middle of July, we will then take the siding off the house and start shoring up that, and then wait until the September meetings or October, hopefully, to get the roof permission. If the roof permission comes earlier, then we'll be sailing through July and the project will be back on schedule.